Hello, welcome back to the Microsoft Excel training. In today's video, we'll be looking at the sum if function. The sum if function is a math and trigonometric function. So now the sum function, sum if function adds value in a range based on a given condition. So you have a given criteria that you use for the sum. It is useful for conditional summing, such as summing sales that is above a certain value or summing expenses for specific category. So what's the syntax? The syntax is sum if, then you pick your criteria range, that is the range where you have your values that you are using for criteria. Then you put the criteria itself. You either type the criteria or reference it from a cell, and then you use the range where the values you want to sum are located. So the key features here is that it adds values based on a condition. It supports number, text, and logical operators. And then it allows wildcards for partial matches, works well with data analysis and financial reports. For multiple conditions, you use the sum ifs. Okay, so sum if is essential for conditional summing. So let's see that in our Excel sheet. The sum if function. So we have this table of data, and if we want to find all the sales, the total sales, because we have carrots here, we have banana up and down here, and we want this sum if to find all the instances of banana, for instance, give us the total, all the sales of carrots here, give us the total. So what do? We put equals sum if. So what's our range? Our range is a criteria range. So we just simply pick this range. That's our criteria range. And what's our criteria? We can reference this because we want to find the total for carrots. So instead of typing carrots here, we just reference so that we find it easy to copy this formula downwards. Then, what is our sum range? We pick the column D where we have all the values. Just hit the enter key and you have your total. So you can double click and get your values downwards. So double clicking, I did it from the edge. I pointed my mouse button to the corner of this cell and it changes to a black cross. Then I double click on my left mouse button. So this is the total by product. So I can also apply that for this. I can say equals sum if. So what's my criteria range here is the country, because we are summing by country. And what is the criteria itself? This United States here. Then what is the range? The sum of the values we want is in column D. So with that, we can point to the corner here, double click, and then we have the total sales for the product and total sales for each of the country values. So you can see even with this, you can select and go to insert and put your chart for your data. So you can have your chart, your data, and likewise can be done on this. So you can see that the sum function is quite useful. And so let's say sometimes you're trying to find what is the sum of all transactions that is above certain amount. You can use sum if to say what is the range. Your criteria range will be the amount because that is where your value for criteria is. So you are going to find sum of all values greater than 6,000. You put that, so you will use the greater than, you are going to put it in an inverted comma. Okay? Then you put a comma In fact, you don't need any other thing at this point because you are using the same sum range as the criteria range. So with this, you can get the sum of all transactions above 6,000. And likewise, you can say less than 6,000 and you get your value, or less than or equals to 6,000 and you get, no, sorry, that's not the position. Less than or equals to 6,000 and then you get your value, or greater than and equal, greater than or equals to 6,000. Okay, so that's how to use this function. So that's SUMIF function. Thanks for watching and bye for now.